I have started a movement which you can see on my YouTube channel, that is Avantina Bhandari, which is all about inculcating a healthy lifestyle in children. And so I would encourage you to join the movement and let's create an open platform for discussion and improvement in the lifestyle of each and every child. Let's create a ripple effect that travels far and wide and doesn't restrict itself in today's webinar or the boundaries of a nation, because this world is open. Children are everywhere and they are the future. Therefore, investing in a healthy lifestyle for children is the best we can do. The first point that I would like to discuss here is the importance of sleep. And this is sometimes the most overlooked aspect of a healthy lifestyle for most parents and most people. Why do we underscore the importance of sleep? Wherein we all know that through a proper sleep, we feel much better. We have a cheerful disposition, and therefore, if we feel so happy once we have a good night's rest, then imagine what good it would do for children. Therefore, it's extremely important to maintain a regular routine and sleep pattern for children. Please follow a schedule. Don't let their sleeping routines go haywire. One day they sleep early, the next day you have your engagements and their sleeping is delayed. Please try to maintain a routine which is regular, which is relaxing, and which is adequate for the child. Because for children, sleep is of paramount importance. It is an essential component of our holistic health, and without a proper sleep, physical development, mental development, these all are derailed. It is needed and it is essential for restoration, rejuvenation, and rest for our systems to be able to perform to their best capacity. And therefore, it's extremely important that children are well rested, they get adequate and quality sleep in order to be able to perform to the best of their capacities. Now, I'd just like to throw this question to all the viewers. How many hours of sleep does your child get? Let's just talk about an average. Think of a number. Think of the number of hours you think your child sleeps well during the day. Take a second. Think about it. At this time, I would also like to thank the immense support and assistance that is provided to me by MediCouncil at all times, and I would thank them from the bottom of my heart for assisting me in organizing this webinar and making it possible. So thank you so much, MediCouncil. So I hope you have thought of the hours of sleep your child gets, and now let me educate you or make you aware of how many hours of quality adequate sleep do children need. Now this is according to the Sleep Foundation, which is a recognized body on sleep, and according to this, these are the average hours of sleep required for a healthy lifestyle. Infants 0 to 2 months ideally need 12 to 18 hours of sleep. 3 to 11 months, 14 to 15 hours. 1 to 3 years, 12 to 14 hours. 3 to 5 years, 11 to 13 hours. 5 to 10 years, 10 to 11 hours. 10 to 17 years, almost 8 to 9 hours, and adults 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Given our lifestyles these days, I would be very happy if the children and adults included are getting these hours of sleep per day. So the number that you jotted down, please compare that number with the recommendations of the Sleep Foundation, and then you'll be able to assess if one of the most important pillars in a healthy lifestyle for your child is being adequately met. In most cases, I hope it is met, but given the statistics of the modern day world, it is difficult and often seen that adults, of course, sleep less, but children are sleeping much less than what they should ideally be sleeping for. How to solve this problem, given our modern lifestyles, is the how of sleeping better. And I would be delighted to take you through some of the steps that you can follow in order to inculcate the healthy habit of sleeping well in children. As I already mentioned, it is extremely important to set a routine and follow the rhythm of sleeping and waking up in the natural circadian rhythm. Also, the room where the child sleeps or even adults sleep should either be kept dark, because dark has a very soothing effect for sleep. Or if you need a night lamp, please refrain from using the white or the blue light emitting bulbs. Rather, switch to a soothing amber, orange, or red night bulb kept in the room. Now, various studies have been conducted, and they all have pointed to the direction, which might come as a surprise to some of you, that the reddish, orangish, or amber tinged lights have the most soothing effect on the sleep patterns and helps one sleep better. So in case you are having problems in sleeping, go ahead and try this tonight. And I would be happy to hear your thoughts if it worked for you. And also try to follow these in children's rooms, and it would help them sleep better. Now, extremely important is to condition the child towards sleeping by avoiding any screen time for at least an hour before sleep. So try to do other activities. Try to engage the child in something not related to screen time or the TV or the iPad or the mobile phone, and condition or create an environment for the child to be lulled to sleep and not distracted by these visuals and the blue light which is emitted in our iPads and mobile phones, and this is extremely destructive for sleep patterns. The second important point that I would like to stress in a healthy lifestyle for children is the importance of exercise. Now, how can we encourage or inspire children to exercise? Is by including a regular exercise routine in their schedules and in our schedules. This would encourage children to do the same and follow suit. For example, if you are involved in yoga, encourage the child to sit with you while the yoga session is going on, and that would inspire the child to do yoga with you in a fun way. Jogging in the house. These days it's difficult to go out because of the corona pandemic and lockdown restrictions. So jog around the house, hop, skip, jump, do aerobic exercises, dance, so many things you can do, but include it in your regular routine. And how? Well, the internet is a Pandora's box of magic. Take advantage of technology and dance to a song on the internet. Engage in aerobic exercises through the numerous thousands and millions of videos available online. do breathing exercises, and involve children to initiate them into the magical world of meditation. And let me tell you, the sooner they start, the sooner they imbibe the magic of meditation, it would do wonders for them. It would help them in physical development, mental development, stress management, and generally living a cheerful, happy life which they deserve. Practice yoga regularly to encourage children to follow suit. And by doing this, you would do immense good to your health as well and encourage children to do the same for themselves. Now, this is extremely important. Children observe and they do things which they see their parents or elders in the house doing, perceiving them to be the right thing to do. If you eat healthy, children would be naturally encouraged to eat healthy. So the first step is try to change your eating habits. The second is, and it would be helpful for adults as well, is to stock the cupboards and refrigerators with healthy options such that the child starts trying these. So go ahead after this webinar, look into your refrigerators and the cupboards. Try to bring healthy alternatives like fresh fruits, vegetables, fresh dips, dairy, milk. Throw away things that you think are unhealthy, and your child would gorge on them given an opportunity. So the onus is on us to bring home things that we think are healthy. And how can we do that? Stock up real fresh foods rather than artificial packaged ones. Fill the refrigerator with fresh fruits and vegetables rather than chocolates and artificial cakes and cheese, artificial cheeses, etc. Please be careful and read the ingredients of the cheese that you get home, whether it is real or made up of plastic, which is definitely not real cheese. Include salad at every meal, snack on nuts, oil seeds, fruits and veggies rather than chips or namkeen. Now this is very important. We must encourage children to develop a taste for natural healthy beverages. And the beverages that we get in the market are very high in sugar, artificial flavors, and preservatives. The soft drinks that you bring home are extremely unhealthy for children. So avoid high sugar and carbonated beverages. Choose fresh nibu pani, buttermilk, mattha, bel ka sharbat, aam panna, sattu drink, and other traditional drinks. We in India are blessed to have so many natural options available. So we should use them. Avoid any excess seasoning of food. If you do that, they would not associate taste with something which is extremely sweet or extremely salty, but would also appreciate the natural flavor of a broccoli. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. And this is what I had followed with my child, and it's helping a lot because that way they appreciate natural flavors of fruits and vegetables. Another important point is to use healthy cooking methods. Now, everything doesn't taste good or is healthy if you add too many spices to it, or if you overcook it and kill its natural flavor, if you deep fry it. Roasting, boiling, or sauteing which were also methods that were traditionally used, are excellent for bringing out natural flavors of foods. So try them instead. Expose the child to alternate cooking methods. And this way, you will help them to value the food they are eating, the real food that they are eating. Now, how can you teach them to value the real food? Is by educating them. So, nutrition education is extremely important for children, and I am in the favor of having this in schools so that students can know the importance of real fresh foods. Educate them on the importance of leading a healthy lifestyle, the why, the how, the what, and warn them about potential dangers of processed and junk food while stressing the benefits of real and fresh food. And this can only come by educating them on nutrition, teaching them the life skills to stay healthy, and teaching them the know-how of a healthy lifestyle. This becomes extremely important as to how do we give alternatives to children so that they steer away from screen time. For most parents, I guess it's a matter of convenience that you put a iPad in the hands of a child and the child gets busy playing video games or browsing YouTube, and you are free to do your activities. Find out alternatives. Alternatives is like a book, is like drawing, is like origami, is like quilling, is like dramatics, is like the games that we grew up playing, indoor games, bow and arrow. So introduce them to these activities such that you can encourage them to leave the screen in a positive way rather than reprimanding them. This is of utmost importance in our lifestyles these days, and children are visually stimulated all the time by way of TV, smartphones, iPad. Too much of it is detrimental to their development, and children are in their growth phase. So we need to give them options such that they flourish and develop in a way which is healthy and not unhealthy. Now, at this time, I would also take the opportunity of launching a poll as to get your views on what the next webinar you'd like to be to and the poll is here. I would encourage you to please vote on the topic you would like for us to host as the next webinar. Would you want to know more about the nutritional requirements of children, or would you like to know about the healthy alternatives to packaged food for children? So take your time. This webinar would be open for a few minutes. So please vote, and we would be very happy to know your views as to what topic you'd like for me to discuss as the next webinar. Now, coming back to screen time, it is up to us to find ways of resorting to board games and non-visual entertainment instead of always giving just the option of visual entertainment or stimulation to children. And this control is also very crucial for them to be able to sleep well. So diet, exercise, sleep, and stress. These are things that we need to address in order to lead a healthy lifestyle. Now, we go to the next slide. Or probably the poll is on. So once we stop the poll, we'll be able to go on further with the presentation. Okay, great. Now, This point, no matter how much it is stressed, leaves a lasting impression on children. Children are like saplings, and they have to be treated with utmost love and care. But I would caution you here, love and care don't equal pampering. Please try to make a segregation between love, care, affection, and pampering. Be careful as to not allow the child to take everything for granted and manipulate others. The child should be reared in a very positive domestic environment, which means one has to spend quality time with children. Children value the time that you spend with them much more than anything else in the world. They need that connection. They need that love. So rather than comparisons, rather than competition, rather than providing a feeling of stress, try to create an environment where the child develops positively, thrives, and is the best environment for the child, and an environment in which the child loves to be in. For that, it's extremely important to inculcate in children the values of compassion, of hope, of positive thinking, of a sense of achievement. Give them a chance one day. Give them a responsibility, age appropriate tasks, play games with them, discuss things with them, educate them, and while discussing, you would be so happy to see their perspective. You would be able to analyze what the child is thinking, and that way you will be able to assess what the child actually needs. We live in a world of cutthroat competition, but a child should be allowed to develop in a way that brings out their potential. As parents, it is our responsibility to let them grow in the area they wish to grow. Oftentimes, it's seen that parents want to realize their dreams in their children. You had dreams, and I'm sure your children have their own dreams. So let them prosper in their own dreams rather than imposing something on them that probably they would not want to do. Having said that, the onus lies on the parents to guide children in a manner that doesn't subdue their personality but enhances their personality. So we, in a way, have to not work like sculptures who give shape to mud, because children have their own thought process. They are intelligent beings, but we should be the potter's wheel which facilitate their molding into a shape rather than the sculptor who gives them the shape. Let them be free, let them be stress free. There is a lot of years for them to imbibe all the negativities from other people. Therefore, make them into strong, resilient, optimistic humans with the feelings of hope, compassion, love, understanding, and that would make this world a better place. That would shape their mental health, that would keep them ready to face anything that life has to offer, because life sometimes is not fair and one has to know how to deal with it. Diet can provide a basis for a strong physical development of the child. Exercise can supplement that physical development. Sleep and stress provide an enhancing environment for mental health and physical development. So a holistic process or approach should be taken which facilitates the child to grow and transform or uh, metamorphose into healthy individuals. And our endeavor should be to give a right direction in terms of diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management, and let them grow into wonderful human beings who are healthy and follow a healthy lifestyle. So as already mentioned in the poll, we would like to allow you to decide, and we would love to hear from you as to what the next webinar you would like to be, and you would be happy to organize that webinar for you soon. So let us know your thoughts. And as I end this talk and start taking your questions, I would once again stress that our endeavor should be to encourage children to follow a healthy lifestyle through a positive and inspirational approach. Children are very fragile, they are sensitive, and it happens to me, it happens to the best of us. We have our own stresses and own issues to tackle, so we lose our temper sometimes. But we have to understand everything is new for them. So we have to be patient and we have to provide an inspirational force. It's very unfair for us to expect a child to lead a healthy lifestyle or eat in a healthy manner when we are not setting a trend. So we have to be the change that we wish to see in children and inspire them to lead a healthy lifestyle.